I'm Callum. I will be the storyteller, dungeon master, game master, whichever phrase you like to use. My pronouns are they, them, and new. I will go around our players clockwise. So, Vish, why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
Hi, I'm Vish. I use he, they pronouns, and I'm playing Wiser, the protege.
Great. Steve.
Oh, hi, hello. I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Supernova, he, they, with one of our homebrew subclasses, homebrew playbook, sorry, not subclasses, which is called Supernova. Wait, no.
Yes.
Supernova is...
it's the name of the class. It's the book is called New Kids on the Block, which was provided to us by Ari. You can see a little shout out to them in the chat. So we're using the glitch and the supernova, which are from New Kids on the Block, which is a book that you can go and get on itch.io from Illicit Peanuts.
Yes. No, wait. It's the other way around, right? Supernova is the name of the character, and the book is called The Burnout. Right?
Oh yeah.
I think. I think I fucked that in the description as well.
You buggered that. Well done.
My bad. Sorry, Ari. But yeah, that's basically that. The Burnout is a really cool sheet, and I'm glad that. And also, anyway, never mind. That's all of my intro.
Great. Sway, introduce yourself and your character, please.
Hi, my name is Sway. She, they pronouns. I'm playing Soul. They, them pronouns, and they are the glitch playbook, the second of the original playbooks from the New Kids on the Block.
The glitch. Right. And then finally, Ezzy, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Ezzy. My pronouns are he, they. I'm playing the Legacy book. My character's name is James Crusoe Rogers. He, him.
Awesome. So, last time, after being kind of sent by, I'll go remember which organization is sending you where. Aegis sent you to go and take down the professor, and you came across a lead because of a tracking device that Visor had placed on the professor during your first encounter to a house in the middle of a small housing area. On arrival, you discovered someone tied up, and despite your best efforts, you still triggered a trap which set off a gas which transformed the poor person in that house into a tarmac monster that you're currently fighting down. Visor stayed in the van as you entered the house last time. So everyone else, this tarmac monster has just kind of formed in front of you, and a few kind of early skirmish type things have happened. But as Avery can't be here this week, I think what happens immediately is that Golden Owl is the target of this giant monster's. Well, I wouldn't say giant. I'd say it's like a medium monster. So it's bigger than a human, and it's bigger than like a big human It's probably the size of 2 cars put on top of each other. Bus-sized enemy. And they are going to kind of take one of their giant arms and throw the golden owl across the street, and they go crashing into a building. Visor, you see all this happening through the computer screen in the van. What would you like to do?
I mean, I would like to just get to my friends first.
Great. Yeah, so you run out. The fight is happening in the middle of the street. There is kind of like rows of housing on either side. They seem to be quite empty at this time of day. It's about just after midday. If anyone is in those houses, they seem to be hiding. And yeah, the 4 of you are faced with this large tarmac creature. We did discover at the end of last session that if you kind of tore away at the tarmac, the person is inside the monster, seemingly unconscious. Soul, you kind of glitched out slightly at the end of last session, and you were taken to the battlefield where you saw that same gas be dropped by members of Endeavor's team in the war. So I think you saw that, you had that memory, but you're now back in the present, which means you are in the let me just double check which playbook I've thrown you into now. You are in there in the Dare one now.
I think I was in the Hair playbook. I was in there for like the 2-week session that we had with all of us bonding, and then last session you switched me over to the Hair playbook.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, cool. You're in the that playbook now. Cool. So yeah, this Targmount monster seems to be going on a rampage. They've just taken out Golden Owl, gang. What are you gonna do?
Power negation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You would like to try and use your power negation. Great. Let's see how that might work. What move could that be? Yeah, let's unleash your power. Give me a plus freak roll, please.
Okay. That freak roll is 8.
An 8. Okay. So you are going to. So you are. So what would you like to do with this? Like, are you trying to like take the person out? Are you trying to like just slow them down? What's the kind of vibe here?
My goal was to like knock them unconscious so they can like, if I touch them. I think last session I was like running towards until I had the glitch, and I was trying to touch the person inside the cement monster. So I wanted to like knock them back out so they can not be that monster anymore.
Okay, I think you run up and you touch them, and what you do is the arm that you manage to touch starts to like solidify and crumble. So you're clearly having an effect. Unfortunately, you are the other arm does come and like smash you into the hand you're holding, into the arm you're holding, shattering that arm, but also smashing you through it. I would say that you should probably take the angry condition.
I kind of have to mark that as I have it marked. I could be afraid because I thought it would work.
You tell me which condition you mark.
Because I didn't expect it not to work from jump. Also, this is like my first time acknowledging the power as a whole. So it's like, oh, this power is not working as people are telling me it's supposed to work. So it's like, oh, yeah. This is very alarming because I don't know what to do next.
Unfortunately, due to the way your playbook works, every time you gain a condition, you have to shift. So you're now having to shift playbook again.
Okay, great. We're going back to the
Good.
Nova playbook. Great, lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone else, you've just watched Soul temporarily. Like, look, they destroyed one of the arms. They also just got smashed through that arm.
Exasperated sigh in the background.
That hurt. I didn't expect that to fail like that. Well, I think it failed. I don't know what to do next. Any solutions? And I'm yelling this to my teammates.
What is the Tamak monster seem to be doing right now? Like, is it
Well,
trying to...
yes. The way that this works is that when the monsters mark a condition, or the enemy marks a condition, it gets to respond. So, yes. I guess its response was to smash. That was the result of your roll. Okay. I think it is kind of noticing its arm has kind of been destroyed. It turns to look at all of you, and it kind of, with the arm that's still there, reaches into the ground, and like the ground starts to bubble, like it's melting. So and that kind of starts to expand out towards you, and yeah, the ground is going to begin to burn.
Oh god, this is tough.
Supernova, can you do something about the fire?
I'm floating. I'm just thing. I turn around to the team and I'm like, there's a man in there. I think if we get the man out, this should stop. Question: how do we get the man out?
First, let's contain it. Let's... and I suggest what we did last time, which is to make a place fall apart. Hopefully, we are outside that place and this thing is trapped inside, and then we kind of try to get the man.
The house, we blew up the house, so we don't. The house is.
I'm going
The
to
house
try
is mostly fine. It like the there was a
Sounds
shield around it that was caused by a drone, and you've shot down the drone. But in terms of like, it like has, it was filled with gas temporarily. That gas seems to have dissipated. You are currently in the middle of a street. So you would have to lead it into one of the houses.
I'm going to try to get its attention and then run into like the house we ran out of.
Well, yeah. How are you going to run on burning road?
I'll float. I can
Okay.
fly, so I'll float into the house.
Yeah. How would you like to take its attention? How would you like to pull its attention to you?
But Rupert, is there like a traffic pole or something? Is there a fire hydrant? I should have asked that before.
Yeah, I think there's probably a fire hydrant on the street.
Oh, this is. I could potentially. So the idea is I knock out the fire hydrant and hopefully the water pools down the road while I take the fire hydrant. Like the upper part.
I mean, you might need a lot of water.
That is also. We don't have people.
I would like to try to help. I'm gonna use one of my playbook moves called Maybe This Will Fix Me.
Okay.
Basically, what it says is that I'm constantly looking for anything from weapons, powers, or purchases, hoping one of them will take me back to my perfect self. So my goal right now is to absorb everything. Absorb the fire, absorb this creature's ability.
Okay.
And just add that to my arsenal of abilities that I can use.
Yeah.
Right?
Cool. Roll me spark.
Yeah. So the spark that I'm using, one of my spark is defeated a big bad and got a lot of praise from my teammates. That's one of the achievements that I had. That's what I wrote down. So that's what I'm going to use. And so that's a +1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't really have anything else on that. Where is my 2d6 +1? Don't fail me. It's a 7. It's a 7. Oh,
Your
no.
solace is short-lived, and the darkness comes creeping back, stronger this time. Mark off a condition and take a -1 on the next roll.
Oh.
Do you have any conditions left to mark?
I believe so.
Mark off a condition, I believe, would mean that you recover.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's true too. I think you kind of reach into the ground and you kind of match the heat that they're producing by absorbing it, cooling down the ground. And yeah, it feels okay for a bit. You feel like you've got your powers sorted for a second. But slowly, like as you kind of absorb more and more of the heat, you actually kind of the tarmac kind of creeps up your arm a little bit, and your forearms are now, like, as the ground has settled, covered in tarmac.
Oh no.
They're kind of solidified around your arms.
Okay, so I'm just gonna look down, look at my arms, look up, look at the creature, look back down, look at my arms, look at the creature, and just, what the fuck? And I'm out of ideas. James, I think maybe the fire hydrant trick will work. Yeah, maybe I've calmed it down enough.
So what are you trying to do with the fire hydrant? Are you trying to Are you trying to cool down because the ground's now cooled, even
Okay.
if it has resulted in some new attachments to Supernova.
Oh, it's not fire. My idea is to like just get any pole of any sort and just throw it at its head and then run into the house.
Yeah, okay. We can call that a. We'll call it provoke someone.
Oh fuck!
Even if what you're doing is throwing things at people.
I'm fuck.
Roll plus superior, please.
Plus superior. Oh, that's a slight relief, I suppose. 5 plus 1 minus 2, so 4.
Right, yeah, that fails. You are kind of like throwing things, maybe screaming at it, like over here, over here. It just kind of bump, like the things you were throwing just kind of bounce off it.
Oh,
And it just kind of snarls at you.
come on. This is okay. That did not work. I'm out of ideas.
Okay. Supernova still do they still have the ability to use their fire abilities even after they got hurt?
Yeah.
Okay, so could I possibly run up to them and touch them and try to make a construct that's out of fire, but from their body, like try to control their body through my own so I can get like a fire version of Supernova to try to hit that version of the cement monster so it can have parts of itself that can get hardened, so it'll be difficult to be moved, if that makes sense. I mean, I have to run.
Yeah.
I know it's just something really complicated, but I may have to. I still have to roll my burn for it and see what happens. But
Yeah. Why not? Let's try and use your biokinesis on your teammate to see what happens.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the burn and see what happens. I'm gonna mark another condition, but I still get 3 burn. So
Okay.
I have 3 burn. I'm gonna mark the condition. I'm gonna see which condition I'm gonna hopeless because I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I'm gonna use my flare called Construct, which allows me to spend 1 burn to create any object with my power up to the size of a person. Spend an additional burn to let it animate it independently of myself. So I don't know if Supernova wants to be like a character in a video game right now.
So I think Supernova, you feels like weird, like weirder than normal, and your nose begins to bleed a little bit, and that blood drops down on the floor in front of you, and then like catches on fire, and slowly forms a on fire kind of man-shaped thing. And yeah, what would you like to instruct it to do?
Okay, Supernova. I don't know. If you like to punch things, you can instruct it to punch things, or you can just tell it to be like, hey, go punch that thing independently. But if you want to be a superhero and control this
I think
little
you.
fire
I think
presence.
Soul's in control of this thing.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just. So I'm gonna instruct it. I think it's gonna work. Like, I want to be away from the construct, so the cement thing. So I'm just gonna control it from a distance, and I'm gonna like run up, allow it to run up to the construct, and try to punch as many places in the construct so it can harden. Because you let to quicken the hardening process so they can freeze in place.
Yeah, I am going to get you to roll to directly engage a threat for me. So if you could roll plus danger.
Hopefully. Mm. um. Okay, I have a -2.
Oh
I have a -2 because I'm afraid. So I'm 5.
Yeah.
So 6.
6. Okay. So if this had been you, I would have made you roll to take a powerful blow. But you've sent out a little. You've basically stolen some of Supernova's blood and turned it into a flaming construct. And it has ran at the this thing, and it's been punching away. It went for it, and it didn't seem to make a lick of difference. And it just takes its still functioning arm, forms a fist, and crushes it.
God.
And like where the fist hits the ground, you just like see the embers of the construct fade away.
Supernova, I'm sorry for you to see your own death in a way.
I think Wise is going to try something now. Like, uh, I think Wise is going to try to extend the telepathy to the captive inside the monster. See if the captive is conscious, can like kind of take control over this or something. Just tap into that psyche.
Cool. Could you roll me to unleash your powers, please?
So that would be plus what stat?
Plus freak. Oh, okay. You can either do unleash your powers plus freak or pierce the mask plus mundane.
Okay. I think I'll do plus freak. Man, this is bad. I rolled a plus total of 4.
Right, cool. So you reach out with your telepathy to the poor person inside this creature, and they were unconscious, but you have woken them up. And they're panicking. They're super confused about what's going on, and they start calling out for help. But as they do that, the kind of tarmac melt is like around them starts like seeping into their mouth.
No.
And if there had been some separation between the person and the tarmac, that is not going to stay that way. You feel that like they are becoming one.
Okay, this is going really bad. Okay.
I think you should probably mark a condition with that.
I guess hopeless.
Yeah, it does feel a bit like that. Yikes.
Can I
Rough time, buddy.
potentially like shield this person from that? Like I assume like becoming one. Like, can I try to make a barrier around them? And
Yeah,
use
sure.
one of my burns?
Do you want to unleash your powers?
Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna use one of my burns, but yeah. I
Oh yeah,
think,
if you want to use one of
hold
your
on.
burns, you can use one of your burns. That's fine. Yeah.
It says that if someone, I'm using shielding, so it says spend
Yeah.
one burn to defend someone. I think I still have to roll. I have to do freak.
Let me read the. Where? Spend one burn to defend someone else. Rolling plus freak instead of plus savior. Cool. Yeah. Roll plus freak for me.
Okay, 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a hit, you keep them safe and choose one. On a 7 or 9, it costs you, but it doesn't. So you just get to succeed. On that. Yeah, I think you are able to create kind of like a shield around them, or at least what you're doing is kind of telling their body to reject it.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems
Like
to
the-
be whatever
It's
has
like
been done
Lance.
to them, you're like telling the body to like bump up those white blood cells to fight off whatever is happening to them.
Yes. Okay.
I think you can literally feel inside of them the chemicals interacting and like trying to fight each other off.
Okay. I think I did something to potentially save this person long enough for us to do something. James, where are you?
I'm guilt-ridden, just standing there. Because I can't blast this man. The last time I did it, he almost died. I can't do that. I'm just trying to. What if? Oh god, what do I even do? Is there? So you said one arm is gone.
Yes.
Is there a hole there, or is it like fully filled up?
It was kind of like a solid.
Oh.
But I mean, theoretically, you could make one.
If I could make theoretically, if I make a hole, could I pull this man out of there? The center of this Power Man monster.
I mean, you are basically our team Superman.
True. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bust a hole and pull the man out.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Roll me to directly engage a threat. Roll plus danger, please.
Okay. I don't have anything with my danger, unfortunately.
Unless there's anything on your playbook that might work better. Where
Oh.
are you? You're the legacy.
We're allowed to do team moves as well, right? Right now, can we?
Yeah, let me just find the goddamn bit in the playbook.
So,
Team moves.
okay, let me rephrase. I don't want to do a team move. I want to do like a combo where basically while James is going to go attack this dude, I want to use one of my moves to defend. So basically, I'm going to tank the hits while James takes him out. That's what I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing that we can do? Like, so would stand side by side. James is going to punch. When the creature punches back, I take the hit, and then James can punch him again, and so on.
You can give. So we have there are team mechanics which I forgot to mention, where at the beginning of a fight, if you're working as a team, you get 2 in the team pool. I'll say it's 3 because you are all working together as a team. We'll say you've got 2 team points. You can spend those points to help someone else on your team from in their role by giving them a +1.
Okay.
So that is mechanically how you could kind of work as a team. If you want to,
I think in terms of hit, I will be fine technically because I am supposed to be invincible, so we'll see.
I'd say that you can. Yes.
I can take
Let's
a hit.
try. I think the way we'll do it. Roll me a defend roll, Steve.
Plus danger. I'm rolling plus danger. Okay. We have a 4 and a 6. So 10. Okay, just straight 10 for me. For my roll.
Straight 10 for you. Okay. Steve, what do you get on a defend roll? Plus savior.
It's a 7 again.
Cool.
I hate this. I hate everything about this.
Cool. So you do expose yourself to more danger, but don't worry, because as James kind of flies in to try and grab the guy out of this kind of tarmac being, you notice that one of the arms is about to cut, like the other arm that's still functioning is about to come in and hit James out of the way. So Supernova, you get in there and you kind of flame at that arm, holding it back. It is about to come down and hit you when, James, you pull the person, you just smash your fist through and pull them out, causing the whole kind of tarmac creature to shatter to the ground around them. And it's defeated.
Yes. James is so done with this. I look down at the man in my arms and is he awake? Is he like passed out?
Yeah, he's gasping for air. What's
You're
going on?
Now. Nothing.
Thank
we'll
you.
explain to you once we get down and we pull all of that stuff up, guys. And I just scream for the rest of my teammates.
Yeah. Behind you is like a bunch of shattered, kind of solid tarmac. There's also a bit of a hole in the ground from where all that tarmac was taken up. But yeah, you've just kind of got this guy. He seems all right.
Great. Yeah, I fly back down. I check on like is Supernova is also okay. We like regroup. Basically,
Yeah, I think you find a knocked out golden owl who got
So,
slammed into the side of a building.
yeah.
Let's just get everybody in the van.
Are we taking the civilian also with us?
Yeah, we can just talk to him and then drop him off where he needs to go.
I mean, this was his house.
Yeah.
Well, like,
We'll drop him back off. Yeah. I'm like, sir, we just need to ask you a few questions about what happened. We'll explain what happened. You can tell us more. You're safe.
Do I have to come with you?
Well,
Who are you
it
people?
would be okay. It's kind of weird that you don't recognize me because I've been in more press conferences than I would like to be in. My name
You
is
think we
James.
care about the superheroes in this
Fair
part of town?
Honestly,
You're the
fair
first
enough.
masks we've seen in this area,
Oh,
and
that's
and,
weird.
and nothing else has ever happened here. So how do I know that you lot didn't do this?
Well, I would have to ask you the process because we were trying to find Superman, who I'm not sure how you got locked in your garage, but I'm assuming he did it.
it's unlikely, but do you know anything or anyone named the professor?
Yeah, do you know any professors around this area?
I was simply in my workshop when something hit me on the back of the head.
What were you working on?
I was building a toy for my son.
Oh,
You got experimented on, my dude. I don't know what to tell you.
so
I'm sorry.
you have
What
to
do you want me to
break
say?
Let's get the guy in this house before you break devastating
He
news.
probably doesn't. He probably still is facing the effects of the whatever thing the professor did. Just like I am. We should take him to some type of, I don't know. I don't want to take him to
We're
Aegis.
not taking it. No, absolutely
Exactly.
not.
Visor, I don't know what you have going on.
Okay,
but
I
maybe
want to give him like a visiting card to a lawyer and tell him like this person you can make a case to sue the gauntlet, and I'll put in a word and like kind of like get you like settle money enough for your house.
My house. What happened to my house?
Okay,
Yeah.
how about this? We go inside and we'll explain everything to you.
I
See.
feel like this is pointless.
Either you can go back to your house, which is in a very bad state, probably not the best thing to see in your emotional state, or I can drive you
He runs
to
into
a
his
lawyer's
house.
office.
Oh God. Okay. I follow him. This man's gonna freak out. Regardless.
Yeah, I mean his house is pretty much okay. It's a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Can't we just contact
sir?
Aegis and have them deal with this?
I don't think that's a good idea. We're not supposed to be. I'll try to talk to someone. Not right now though.
So, just a question for the GM, like, so are we? This was just an ambush, like they detected the tracker and just like dropped it off here, or is there anything else significant
So
about this house or the place?
it seems like the professor has just found this guy, put the tracker on him, set a trap for you lot to show up, and then pull some kind of weird, horrible experiment on him to kind of show that they have this ability.
Okay. Great. Lovely. How did the professor get the tracker on it? Just like, oh.
Can I just knock them out?
No.
No.
If you want to knock this
No.
guy out, you can knock this guy out, Sol.
No. No.
I just feel like just one shot to the back of the head because this
Yeah,
I
is
mean,
just getting-
yes.
your biokinesis could just knock this guy out.
I think I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I'm supposed to be in the delinquent playbook right now because I took a condition I was supposed to switch, and my bad. But I think I'm in the delinquent playbook right now. Can I just like knock him out or something?
Yeah, okay.
No.
Yeah, and
No.
this guy's just human, so I don't need you to roll for that. You just hit him on the back of the neck, and like he's gone.
So,
I don't know what you want.
No.
We're prolonging
This is
something
not
that
how
like
we do things. The man
We're
has
prolonging
kids
something.
and wife who'll show up later.
yeah, but as I said,
You
they got
say-
experimented on.
And his phone in his pocket starts to ring.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
This is already done. We need to go. This guy has already seen
Yeah.
our faces. Let's
They're
not wait
picking
for the
him
wife and the
up.
child.
Wait, whose phone is ringing?
His phone.
Guy you just knocked out.
I pick him
Oh, wait.
up. I look at the phone.
Just out of curiosity, I'll just check his phone.
Unknown number.
Oh.
Oh no. We're
that
going to have a
Joe still up?
monologue, and I'm going to pick up.
How did you like my little surprise?
This was the shittiest thing someone has done to us, so no.
Is it on speaker?
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing little about it. So,
Yeah.
You are a
That too.
fucking bastard.
You're,
yeah, you,
All of
Right.
which this encounter took place is minuscule compared to what I can do.
why? Oh my god. People be insane.
Can I, like, while these guys are talking, can I try to take the phone to the van and just, like, try to trace the call or some shit like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just going to sign everyone, like, keep talking. I'm going to move and, like, go back to the van.
while this is happening, I'm going to try to provoke him. Like, okay, so the vibe is basically, I'm just like, you're. What is the point of this? This is child's play. These are I know kids, 12-year-old kids who can come up with better experiments. What like this is. I swear this is like watching a TV show where they're all like, you know, those cooking shows with Rod and Gamzee, you know, the celebrity chef, but it's all a bunch of kids. But somehow even those kids are making shit that is so much better than whatever this is.
Oh yeah.
So like I feel like it's child's play really at this point. Like, oh sure, look at me, I got this big guy and I turned him into a fire breathing monster. Bitch, I am a fire breathing monster. What are you gonna do about that? There is no sense in any of whatever your shit is, and I could do this so much better. What is your plan anyway? So I'm trying to provoke him into revealing his
Concerned look.
Great. Roll me plus superior, please.
Just standing, just staring at him. Just concerned. Are you okay?
I can't decide if I want you to roll high or low on this.
I'm just. Oh,
With my luck, it's gonna be a 7 again.
I'm so concerned.
Okay.
It's a 6. Even with a +2, it's a 6. This is great. I am.
That's the failure.
Oh my god.
They are going to silence you. They're going to use the influence of being an adult over you,
Oh my
and they
god.
just kind of they bite you. Silence.
Hey, that's true.
Would you like to resist their influence?
Yes, I would like to try.
Cool. Could you roll me 2d6, please?
Come on, you can do this.
That's a 5.
Ah, fuck.
Right? Cool. You go to speak up again and you just feel like there's no point. You do mark a condition.
No. Oh god.
And I think I get to adjust your labels as well. So, let's have a look at what I can plus or minus. I am going to make your. I would like to minus your mundane down to 1 and
Wow.
plus up your danger to a +1. So, so +1 to your danger, which I assume would go from a -2 to a +1. So, to a -1.
Yep.
Cool. Meanwhile, Visor, could you roll to assess a situation? So, could you give me a plus superior check, please?
I think during this time, Soul is asks one singular question after all of this. What are your ties to Aegis? And just leave it at that and see if they will respond to that.
So,
Just
yeah, finish your
yeah.
thought.
No, go ahead.
I rolled an 11 on the.
Great. Yeah, you get accurate tracking data. Would you like to ask me anything about the current situation? Ask me, the GM. Sorry.
Yeah. So, I guess. Yeah, what's here I can use to basically locate this person, right? Like, kind of figure out.
Yeah.
If,
So you have located them a little, like they're still within this area of the city, but they are at a local shopping center or a mall or whatever other words there are for that. So it is a 2-story building that's kind of in a cross section with shops on both levels. So that is where they are. They are currently this phone call is coming from a phone box within that building.
okay. So, what here is in the greatest danger? Like, can we?
Every
Just
single person inside that mall.
Okay. So, like, the others see like a satellite map zoom out into that place, and I'm suddenly like, okay, whatever you guys are doing, I'm trying to hack and like get some CCTV footage from the mall through or something. But yeah, like doing my own, like conveying this silently.
You've
If we
got one more.
find out,
So that was your 2 questions, yeah. So
I think I asked 2 questions, right?
yeah, you've asked your 2 questions.
So,
Meanwhile,
just to the rest of the group, like, should we start moving?
Probably yes.
Are we still? Like, is he still on the call or is he disconnected?
yeah, it's
We
still on
are
the call.
still on the call.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a lecture about how you should not be rude to other people.
There was a question from Soul about where or what is their connection to Aegis. I know the truth. As music you hear from the mall comes through. I
Okay,
know the truth
you know,
about Aegis, about Endeavor, about where these powers come from.
Uh,
I assume it's you.
just
Well, not
James just
you.
fails for a second.
Well, I assume it's not you, but it's Aegis themselves. They're the one experimenting. They're the one who's making people have powers.
Perhaps not anymore, but long ago.
So,
What do you know of the origin of Endeavor?
why does that matter? Why didn't you just bring it to the police? Or not the police, but the newspapers?
Oh, so
They
what is this?
control
A history
everything.
class?
Stop being like a supervillain and stuff. It's boring.
Okay, we would like to give you an opportunity to sit down and talk to us, because we would also love to know the truth, whatever the fuck that is.
Okay. I probably should
I
tell you about my.
do not want to speak to you. You are simply tools being used by those who know the truth and trying to hide it.
Well, I would like to think we're very powerful too. And, if you could convince us that, like, oh, what you're doing is to, like,
One
stop.
of you already knows the truth.
Okay,
Isn't that
that's
right,
it.
Soul?
You said I'm a tool to hide whatever they got on, but that's kind of your fault, bro. You did your little 2-cent experiment, and you got me in this situation in the first place. So I don't know what you expected me to do. I just want your head on the stake. But you know what?
We don't. Nothing that drastic.
I don't know. I think it's a valid punishment for kidnapping me and experimenting on me to prove a point.
We can send him to jail. You don't have to have his head on the stage, right? That seems like
I
a
just
little.
think
Okay.
I'm trying to be very calm in this situation right now, but I
Okay.
have anger running through my body right now. And I'm trying very hard to figure out what this weird creep of a professor is doing to us. They have secrets and they know information and they're making it difficult.
Well, so Mr. Professor, I don't know what to call you, honestly. Um, again, the offer still stands if you want to just like sit down and talk and tell us what's going on. Maybe we can help you before Aegis decides to do God knows why.
I mean, your options are also limited. If you wanted to talk to the people you want to talk to, call them, but it seems like you can only get to us on the line.
It's true.
I want to show the world the power is not restricted.
Okay, food for thought. Maybe everybody doesn't want superpower.
They hang up.
Oh, fuck. This bitch.
How close did we reach?
I think, yeah, you kind of pull up to the mall.
As soon as he hangs up, Supernova's like, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him for making me feel like this. This piece of shit, absolute fucking moron. He's been quiet the entire time ever since the dominance thing or whatever, the assert power thing happened, right? And the minute he hangs up, he just, like, literally you can see his arms start to fire up. He's like, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to grab his throat. I'm going to burn him to a crisp. And then I'm going to kill everything. I'm going to kill his family. I'm going to destroy his bloodline, okay? This piece of shit, fucking moron.
Sorry. I have like both of my hands on your shoulder, making you face me, and I'm like, deep breath. Deep breath, please.
Visor, did you say you wanted to hack into CCTV?
Yeah.
You see him walk out of the phone box inside of the mall. He walks to the center of the hall and looks to the CCTV camera, smiles, pulls out of his coat 2 canisters and drops them on the ground.
Absolutely the fuck not. I'm running inside.
You run inside as you observe the 2 canisters in the center burst open, releasing gas, and the sprinkler system goes to set off, but rather than shooting out water, it is shooting out a strange liquid.
Okay, I'm gonna find the fire alarm and pull it so like people evacuate as fast as possible.
The fire alarm has already gone off. It detected the smoke.
Great.
Unfortunately, its solution was to supply water, and it's clear they have replaced the water supply.
Great. Awesome. I'm going to try to like just direct people to the nearest exit and just like get them out as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's chaos. The world, like the whole space, has gone mad, and people are screaming and shouting, and you notice that some people are like bursting into flame. Some people are floating. Everyone in this space has been given powers.
Okay. We're going to shut this place down. We can't have this many people. Okay, what I'm gonna try to do is basically like lock the doors, hoping to just like keep people inside. I'm not sure how effective that's going to be.
Wait, the people are not hurting anyone, right?
I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop James from doing that if you try to do that.
I mean, they're not. Yeah, they're not actively like raging. There's like one guy going, "What do I do?" And he's just like burning everything around him.
Deep breath, sir. Deep breath. You're fine.
Okay. I think. How
do we have an intercom?
Do we see this happening on like the screens, or are we?
You see this happening on the CCTV. Those of you who got out of the vehicle will see this through the glass doors. Yeah, chaos in there.
Okay,
I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
Find the goddamn intercom.
Yeah, you make your way into the back office. There's a guy who's been sat looking at the CCTV. And you like notice that his eyes have glazed over, and as you look closer, his eyes are now screens.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
Okay, let's pull him away.
His fingers have gone into the computer.
Oh god! Oh, okay, that's not good. Okay, gently try to like unplug him from the computer, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of pull, and you realize that the ends of his fingers have become like cables, and you pull him out, and he goes, what? I couldn't
okay.
get out. I was
I know.
in the
I know.
CCTV.
Yeah, we got that part. So I need you to calm down. We have a bit of a situation, and I need access to the intercom. Could you do that for us?
Yeah. He goes to reach for the intercom,
No!
and his fingers go around it.
No.
And his inner thoughts start shouting out across the intercom. What's going on?
Okay, yeah, but
Why is everyone going
I pull him
mad?
away again. I pull him away again. Okay.
Yeah.
How about this? You sit there, you sit away from the computers, and you tell me
Yeah.
how to access it. I can
Just
do
press
it.
the button. Just press the button.
Okay, great. Thank you, sir. I look at Supernova and I'm like, you've been superhero for a while. You know, do you know how to like de-escalate situations?
I can try. Is there a way for like my image to show up on the screens in the mall as well, or is it only my voice?
What do you think this is?
It's okay.
It's
No,
It's okay.
It's
Okay.
no, it's the equivalent of like a mall from the 80s of like no updates.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna damn it. Okay, I'm gonna tap the intercom. I'm gonna look at James and just give
One
him
guy like who's got the power of super hearing goes, "Oh my god!" He's
no.
on the floor.
Oh no! I'm gonna
I
give James a
think
thumbs
so.
up and
I give you a thumbs up back and you can do this.
okay, here goes. Hello, people. Hi. I can see you've all experiencing weird symptoms. Nothing to worry about. You've just been turned into superheroes. Sorry about that. It's a weird supervillain that we've been trying to stop who's caused this.
We are not. I jump and I just like unplug the intercom before he says the super villain part.
Oh.
Soul is
You're
in the
not supposed
middle
to
of
say
like the chaos. Soul is in the middle of the chaos, squeezing their temples.
I'm like, you're not
'Cause I like
supposed
to
to
think-
say the super villain part.
They need to know all the information, right?
They're
Otherwise,
not. We can't.
Supernova. They just
We
need to
get
know
arrested.
how to feel okay
yeah,
when
but
they forget or
I can't tell them how to feel okay till I tell them what's going on, right? If something weird happened to you and I told you, hey, just calm down, would you calm down or would you want to know why it happened first? Right?
Sure, but unfortunately, if you tell them right now, we are going to have a bigger problem known as ages up our asses.
the first time you discover superpowers, no one tells you why it happened. You just have to figure it out. Just help them get there.
Also, nobody told me how to manage super strength until like I got an update. So sometimes you just figure shit out, and I jump onto the intercom. I was like, okay, better plans. We need better plans.
I like to think that Soul is in the middle of the chaos and they're trying to touch as many people as possible to like subdue their powers. And then
Yeah.
Would
you like to unleash your powers for me? Roll +3.
Yes. This is gonna be bad.
So
-2. Let's hope I get a 12. I'm not getting a 12. Okay.
we would love it well right now.
Hold on. I just 5.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
We are
Two.
we are doing so bad.
You kind of go up to people and start like trying to negate their powers, but you're kind of spreading yourself too thin, and like you touch one guy, his powers turn off. You touch another person, their powers turn off. Then you go to the third person, their powers stop. The first guy powers start back up again, and you can't hit this many people. So yeah, your powers are like it's exhausting you. You're feeling really drained, trying to like, and like, I think you kind of you get the idea to not just touch people, but like maybe create like a bubble of power negation instead. And trying to do that, like you release like this kind of negation field. And it lasts for a second before it goes, and you feel exhausted. Please mark a condition.
Oh, yeah.
Can I?
Why is
One
it, yeah?
more. And I'm joining Supernova.
Go ahead, get through your thing. I'm just trying to figure out what I can do.
Wait,
I
what?
think I'm going to
And I'm in the
try.
other playbook.
I'm going to try something that like Supernova is doing, but actually from the inside out a little bit. Like see the ones who are like freaking out the most, and just kind of like use telepathy to like just cut off like their senses, like cut off like, and just like calm them, like make them feel like they're not in a crowded space where everybody's freaking out around them as much as possible. Like
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to ask you to unleash your powers.
this is against superior or something freak.
Yeah, this is freak.
Okay, just a second. So unleash your powers. I have -2.
Cool.
So that's 7 + 1 - 2, 6.
Yeah, you kind of reach into their minds and try to calm them down, but you take all of their stresses on as yourself. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to mark a condition. It just like you're overwhelmed by all of these thoughts entering your head.
Okay. Angry.
Oh god.
Yeah.
We're not doing that part out here. Okay. Can I? Okay, what's the best way of dealing with this? Can I try
I
to like
think.
use words of the
No, go
past
ahead.
and maybe call Mr. Griffin and be like, "Hey, remember when you said you'd teach me de-escalation earlier before I got into this mess? Can you teach it to me right now, pronto?"
I think. Yeah, sure. Before that, I think we've been going for about just over an hour now, so you should probably take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's take a 5-minute break, and I'll pick up on that idea after we come back from break. If that's okay.
Yeah.
So, James, you wanted to phone your adopted grandfather, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Cool. You pick up the phone. You call for help.
Hope to God.
Hello, James. How can I help you?
Yes. I was so glad you picked up. You remember when you said you'll teach me how to de-escalate a fucking crowd? I need you to give me that lesson. As short as possible, as fast as possible. Thank you.
Now, why would you need to de-escalate a situation?
We have I don't think we have time for that many questions right now.
You wouldn't happen to be standing inside of a mall, would you?
Maybe? I don't
No
see
need
how
to
that's
panic.
relevant.
Endeavour is on their way.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe you'd let us handle this. It seems like you don't want us to.
Do you believe you can handle a building full of civilians panicking? And new powers?
All of them are panicking because they haven't done anything so far.
That's not what it looks like from here.
And it's creepy every time you say that. I hope you know that because it doesn't feel great.
My job is the protection and management of people with powers. And all of those people inside of that building just became under my purview.
It feels like the only thing you care about is your job. Just saying.
It should be the only thing you care about as well.
No, that's Mr. Griffin. Work-life balance is a very important thing. And if your work becomes your life, then you don't have a life, which is a very sad existence.
Would you like to prove to me that you can handle the situation, or Endeavour are moments away?
Okay, I'll figure this out. I hope I don't. I got the call. That wasn't a bit helpful. Well, team, we're gonna have to do this by ourselves, otherwise we have Endeavor on our tail. We don't want. I hope. Mr. Supernova?
Okay, yeah. I still think telling people what's going on is the best
But
play here.
let's leave the supervillain part out of this. If that gets out, like, I don't know if you forgot our contract. If we are not supposed to tell media there's a supervillain on the loose, and this is a bunch of people who could potentially go tell people and media that there's a supervillain on the loose. So I hope I made that very clear. Great. And I go up to the intercom and I press the button and I'm like, hello people. If we could take a moment and find the nearest seat and just sit down, that'd be really great. This is the mall security. We would like everybody to take a seat, calm down. We have a slight situation of things going out of hand. We had somebody sneak in, do some things, which has caused you guys to get some powers. We have help on the way. We have things under control. So if you guys could calm down, take a seat, that would be great. We'll have people coming up to you to talk. And I just hope that works.
Roll me plus mundane, please.
Oh god, what's my mundane? I have a 0 on my mundane. Okay, that's cool. That's great. That's a 6. And what's that? 5? 11.
Do you have any minuses to comforting or supporting people?
No, I'm not accurate, so I'm good.
Surprisingly, maybe to everyone else but yourself, this seems to have calmed a lot of the crowd down.
Okay,
And everyone's
great.
just like slowing down, sitting down. One guy goes to sit down and then realizes the seat's caught fire, so stands back up again. And someone nearby ices it.
Okay, lovely. We love seeing people help each other. Okay, now that we have that handled,
Let's cover up then that I want to destroy the camera footage of like the mall for the past half an hour or whatever.
Make a copy first.
yeah, that'd be nice.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'll try if I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You managed to use your technical know-how. It's a really old surveillance system, so yeah, you just take the copy, burn all the rest.
So while it is happening, can I while the cameras are off but the data is being copied, can I go grab the canisters, empty canisters?
Yeah, you move out into the now calmer area. Everyone's kind of looking around, really confused. One person now has like their skin's invisible, and this guy's like, "Dude, I can't see you. What do you mean you can't see me? You're invisible, man. What?" And yeah, you see one person's like staring at the canisters, like confused, and then you come along and pick them up.
Yeah. So sorry about this. You cool?
Is that what happened to us? Was it something in those canisters?
I guess, but sometimes it just happens.
An entire room of people, just randomly.
Unfortunately.
Well, in this case, some people might be at fault, but knowing that doesn't really help what you do with your life from now.
They take
And
out their phone and goes take a picture.
I am going to then smack it out of there. I'm angry that this guy is left. I'm going to have smack the phone out of there and destroy it if possible.
Oh.
The invisible guy and his mate look at them and go, "Hey, you starting a fight?"
Oh, I'm gonna go out to the floor at this point. Just to
I
try to
am on
dismiss
your
the
side,
situation.
I yell angrily.
Okay, this is not happening.
They also take their phones out.
Okay,
Can I?
we can't have this happening. This is not what we planned. Okay. I am going to try to this is like a loud clap. Redo the speech again. Oh god. This is
You're
not
not
what I planned.
security. Ain't you that superhero kid?
Yes, thank you. I'm here to help you guys out. Okay. If you guys
They're
can
sending
put
the
your
bloody
phones
kidding league
away,
after us.
I am in training. Does not mean I'm kidding you. If you can
Crowd is
put your
starting to
phones
gather
away.
around, watching this all happen.
If you guys can put your phones away, I can explain things to you. We have people.
Why can't you explain with our phones out, huh?
Well, I would love to ask you that. Would you like people to see, because we have CCTV tapes that we're trying to like get under control. We don't want all of this getting out and cause a mass panic, which in turn
You
just
hear this? We've all been experimenting on. Someone has
you
messed up
are
like these weird
okay.
canisters, and now these superheroes are trying to explain to us why we can't prove that this has happened to us.
Sir,
Okay, Caleb,
we are
I have a question. If I've marked
Mhm.
my potential track, does that mean I can immediately take effect on it? Or does it
Yeah.
even do something? Then
Yeah, if
I
you
wanted
failed enough that you've marked up, you've filled up your potential, you can take the advancement, and it will come into play immediately. Yeah.
okay. I'm going to take venting frustration, and
Yeah.
so I'm doing an interpretation of this, but I'm just going to like yell out, like I was 7 when my neighbor was watching me where I read my mind. I was 11 when I last heard my sister scream when she was taken away. And if people who have fought know that I have this power, I'm going to bust down my uh, mom's room and hurt her. So, you know what? I didn't choose this either. I am not going to let you threaten my identity because of powers that I didn't choose. And I'm going to grab anyone who's pulling out their phone, grab the phone and like snap it.
okay.
Cool. So you're going to directly engage the threat, and you're going to roll the aspect that your mentor denies.
That's mundane.
Cool. Roll plus mundane, please.
Yeah, I mean, like this guy also didn't want to
Yeah,
be a
fair.
superhero. Like,
None of us want to be a superhero, technically.
yeah, that's why I'm like mundane makes sense, but yeah, it doesn't give me any advantage, but it doesn't hold me back either.
That's alright. That's alright.
Okay, that's an 8.
Okay, not bad.
So an 8, you pick one of the things below. Resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I think create an opportunity for my allies.
Yeah. So I think there's quite a lot of them with their phones out now. So you can't like grab all of them, but they do seem to be focusing their attention on you, so the others might be able to do something or get away.
Getting away I don't think is an option for us anymore. Pretty sure
Okay,
Ender, despite everything, is behind.
I think I just over the table just reminding like we should be like leaving as quickly as possible. I just came to grab the canister, and I know I'm partaking in the cover up, like, but we should not be involved. And also, the professor has ran away, and I think a lot of us have a cross to just like follow him. We should not be dealing with this right now.
Yeah, that's also fair. I think you guys
We're really
grab the canister and get out. Me and Supernova will find out. Yeah, that's good.
You and Supernova want to?
Well, because like we don't want attention on both of you, but like I feel like Supernova and me are like people have seen us before. We're identifiable, so it would be easier for you guys to like get out first if we're talking to the crowd, then we'll get out once Endeavor gets here.
Another thing I would say is that if you wanted to try and if Soul would like to try and use their power negation ability, all the people with phones are in a smaller area, so you could try and like disable all their phones.
I could, but I think I have to take a condition to switch back into my power negation.
Yeah, and you can't because you're on 4 condition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My thing was to possibly create like a construct, but this time out of like my own breath, and try to slap as many, like use like enough powerful wind to slap these like phones out the hands, or I, I was like probably instead of wind, probably like tears and cause water damage to their phones. Respect. Yeah. Yeah. Use tears and like try to construct a version of myself so they can use the water to cause water damage to these people's phones.
Yeah, that's definitely an option. Do you guys want to decide on what you want to do? There's lots of options kind of roaming around at the moment.
The one
Uh,
pretty sure.
I think
Like,
I'm waiting on one of the party members if they want to try something. If nothing comes to mind, I'm just going to book it. I'm just going to run.
I think you should book it. So like, especially since you don't want your identity out, I feel like you should book it. We can try the water damage thing to just like make sure they don't have any tapes of us.
I mean, we have masks on. Like, it's not like we're completely, but like, I think I think my character is relatively unknown, but Supernova, James might be more
Yeah.
like, so heat is more on them to get filmed, right? Like, my guy gets filmed, like, this is the first time, like, a clip of Visor goes viral, but like, my secret identity is fine. Like,
Okay. So what do we want to do? Do we want to book
I'm,
it?
I'm just going to run it. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm
Okay.
going to risk like that, like Visor has been filmed yelling and stuff, and like we just take that as it happens.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
think
Soul is by. I was like, I don't think Soul is next to Visor. I don't think they were in the crowd, like amongst the chaos, but they weren't next to Visor when they were
Okay.
having their speech.
I think you've caused enough chaos that like you can all kind of get out.
Yeah, we can book it. It's fine.
I think as you get back into the van, you all feel a gust of wind,
Ah, for fuck's sake.
and the doors to the mall swing open as
Mm-hmm.
a blur kind of runs past and begins to run round the space, and you notice that people are like everyone's suddenly wearing cuffs that have got
Mm-hmm.
lights on, and their powers seem to calm down.
We should get out of here.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
we can just go back to the
Yeah, we should
base,
just go
like
back
that
to our place.
warehouse.
Yep.
And as you drive off, you see in the sky someone flying towards the mall as well.
Fucking it. We need to book out of here as fast
Yeah,
as
it seems
possible.
like Endeavour was sent, and Endeavour have arrived. Their speedster and their superhero figure known as Triumph have headed to kind of resolve the issue.
Is that the same triumph from my flashbacks?
A different Triumph. So Triumph is a legacy title. There have been a couple of Triumphs. The current Triumph is a um uh um uh is a young woman, Asian American woman, who is the current Triumph. You don't really know much about her side that she is Triumph. She's kind of like the Triumph is a Superman type figure, so is almost similar to the Aegis, but rather than working for Aegis, they work for Endeavor. They are like the figurehead of Endeavor.
I see. He took that L gracefully.
But as gracefully as we could. So let's get out of here before we get in trouble.
Could I possibly, since that we ran from the situation that was like difficult, can I possibly clear my afraid condition? Or
Yeah. Let's say that everyone apart from Supernova can mark off a condition.
Great, lovely. I only have one condition and I can take it off. Okay.
Sorry, Steve. Your playbook just requires you to get rid of conditions by yourself.
I think I already cleared angry from that venting thing. I'll keep hopeless.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just let Soul remove that one condition then.
yeah. I just wanted
Would
to
you like
remove
to-
afraid.
Is that because you'd like to try and shift into your Dare playbook?
I'm currently in their playbook, but it was just I just wanted to clear it because afraid when engaging a
makes
threat,
sense.
I feel like in the future we might have to fight battles, and I don't want to fail again.
So you're currently in the Dare playbook, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think in this kind of moment of tension release, your brain is taken somewhere else. And for the first time, you're not in the war. You're somewhere mountainy, in like just kind of, and you are further down from where you currently are. You see a estate, a large estate. It's a large building with grounds around it, and there's a couple of you standing on the side of a hill, looking down on it.
Do I happen to see like? I probably look to like the left and right and see if I recognize the faces, but also do I see anyone near the house, the estate?
The estate seems abandoned. There are about 5 of you, but you turn to look to the people to your left and right, and you recognise 2 of them. One of them is a man. You don't recognise them, but your brain tells you who they are. So one of them is a young man called Hodry Jones, and the other is Charles Holgrove. The reason that you know Rodri Jones is because you fought in the war with his dad.
Does it seem like I'm a little bit older in this scene?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Can I assume that I'm getting revenge? Or can I like say like what's the intel to someone next to me to see if they can like brief me on the mission, or do I assume that I am like the leader of all of this?
You're not the leader. Charles is. Charles looks down at the estate and says, "Well, this is it. My family home. This is where Endeavour started."
Can you remind me why we're here though?
And I think the memory fades away.
Yeah, Soul I think regains consciousness, but Soul is in the van. They most likely have their legs crossed. Well, they crossed their legs in the chair and sigh and try to say, I honestly believe that. Wait, can I ask, is Visor driving right now?
Assuming we're still in the car slash van.
I mean, I would assume that Visor's the driver, but I let's say you could have an auto drive system that's advanced enough.
Okay. The names that you Charles Rodriguez.
Charles Holgrave, so
Charles
Holgrove,
Hargrave.
and Rodri Jones.
Rodri Jones. Rodri Jones and Charles Hallgrave. Can I ask Visor if they recognize those names? Any chance?
Yeah.
Visor?
Would I know them off the top of my head, or do I need to
Would you like to
read?
use been reading the files?
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll superior for me.
That's an 8.
Okay, so based on the time period that the memories have come from, and with a little bit of an explanation of what they saw, both names seem weird. Because Charles Holgrove is a, like, barely worth a mention in the history books. Charles Holgrove is is like along the family line of Holgroves. The Holgrave family were one of the founders of Endeavour. So back when they were a Victorian Victorian adventuring explorer society, the Holgrove were one of the main families. Their estate was the first location that they operated out of. But before Charles was ever born, the Holgraves were not involved with Endeavour anymore. The reason to which they were not involved, according to history books, is that one of the ancestors of Charles did not have any powers, so decided to leave.
Okay. So
Audrey Jones
just to
is
clarify, the timeline wise, these two things are separated by over 50 years, right?
so yes, the reject the kind of the leaving of the let me find the years for you. So this event that's being talked about is happening between World War One and Two. So we're looking at 19 like uh we're looking at like the late 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
Um
And this visions, if I'm assuming, is like we don't know
and
when Soul's visions are, right? Like coming from.
you vaguely know it's World War One, and this is later than World War One.
Okay. Go on. You were saying about Rodney.
And so the Holgroves have not been part of Endeavour since 1862.
Hmm.
So like they've been gone from like way back. Like they are out of the picture in the 1800s. Hodri, you are also aware of, is the um son of sorry, I've got lots of law documents. Of Matthew Jones, whose father, Matthew Jones, who was the leader of the Misfit Brigade in the war.
Okay.
And you would know that that Matthew Jones would have died leading the Misfit Brigade against Endeavour.
Mm-hmm.
So who is using the state? If
The
Charles,
estate was empty or like looked abandoned.
let's see.
So, okay, feels like we need to understand this a little bit better. Uh, so do you have any hunch about what this is all about?
Um, I do think that Aegis is the problem here, but from what I understand from my flashbacks, I am a misfit. I not that I am, but the person in these flashbacks was a person a part of the Spitz Brigade. What's it over? But they were a part of that. It seems that the lab that they were experimented on was British, and I don't believe they said in history books that it was the enemy who caused the misfits. But I recall a British lab, so something is off about that. So I assume it was Aegis that experimented on my past, or
So Aegis doesn't exist until way
Endeavor.
after.
Endeavor did it.
This would have
Endeavor.
to be Endeavour. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, my bad. Yes.
It's all right. No,
Endeavor.
he just comes to being because of World War II.
So
Yes.
is there anyone that we know living other than the professor that we can kind of make a sense out of this right now that we can think of?
Endeavor.
Not
I was
really,
going to
right?
say Endeavor. I was going to say it seems like Endeavor at that time betrayed Misfits. So, yeah.
Yeah, Professor basically wants to take revenge on like what exists of Endeavor now and maybe reveal its origins or something, but I don't think whatever he's doing is helping the cause. But I at this okay. The gauntlet told me that I know we are supposed to follow what Aegis wants us to do, but we clearly know that there is something shady happening behind, and I don't want to just. I want Professor to stop, but don't just want to stop there. You know?
As he said, Aegis or Endeavor, whatever you want to call them. Personally, I think they're just connected. They're obviously connected. He said that he wanted to expose them for their unrestricted powers. I'm gonna make the assumption that something happened. Unfortunately, my memories can't flashbacks can't help currently. Well, they don't have enough information as of yet, but something happened because that's why I asked you about Roger and Charles. They were next to me when I was this other person, and we were looking at their estate, Charles' estate. But you told me Charles wasn't a part of Endeavor. Well, their family wasn't.
I mean, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
We can't talk to Idris. We can't. The professor doesn't want to talk.
We can try that again.
But talking to the professor?
I
It
mean,
has to be
like,
fire.
we are not completely against the professor's goals.
Um, sure.
Let me see if I can figure out where he is and if there is a way to kind of get a talk with
Yeah.
him. So we have like
Wait,
two leads. Huh.
do we still have the phone from the guy?
He
Like
phoned you
maybe
from
we
a
can.
payphone inside the mall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
So
Probably intentionally to draw you to that location.
yeah.
This man, I swear to God. Ugh.
My best bet is like if the canisters can like reveal something where it was like filled or some Like,
Yeah, where
why
you
they're
might
looking at
find canisters that can store that gas, or where they might have been manufactured. That's a great call. I think to kind of like summarize, you've got a couple of different problems going on.
Yeah.
Aegis has employed you to take out the professor. The professor is also causing chaos, but there is a secret or a mystery that Soul's memories are revealing to you that are not how history remembers things. So you could focus all your efforts on trying to take out the professor and like finding them and stopping them. Or you could find out what all of this information means.
I think I lean towards the latter. But like me, the player doesn't know like where the starting point is. Maybe, yeah.
I would say that Riser, your mentor, did say specifically there was something that he found out that made him quit being part of Endeavour.
Okay, I guess it's time for a fireside chat.
If that's what the team want to do, I mean, you currently don't have any leads on the professor, so you could go and try and find some leads on the professor, or you could go and try and make sense of the information that Soul has.
Trying to find the professor is just gonna cause more chaos.
Yeah, I feel like professor is like the only way to approach it is like to be like, hey, we just want to get the story straight, but I don't think he's going to react that way.
Yeah.
And whatever he does, we are in over our head. So maybe like start on the other end.
Yeah, I also agree to that.
Oh, so you would like to go and visit Gauntlet then?
Yes.
Did Visor ever tell us what Gauntlet said when they were in that other room? Or
I mean, I would have, I guess, like, we were, like, together for, like, 2 weeks before we were out and about, so I would assume so.
So I think right in this conversation, I just told you, like when I was trying to explain what Gauntlet said, I would have said it in more words right now. So if you guys remember the conversation, you remember the conversation. If you want to ask what happened in the conversation, I need my memories fresh.
He just kind of said that
Yeah.
there's a secret.
Yeah.
The
There's a
reason that I
secret.
quit Endeavour, but I couldn't do anything about it. But you kids might if you can figure it all out.
but could he possibly have more information?
So
Can he tell us what he knows already?
No, he hasn't.
I don't know. They work by different rules.
What does that mean?
I don't know. There are things that I know he wants to tell me but cannot tell me for reasons. It's almost as if like being a superhero doesn't free you or something. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, like, that's, superheroes aren't free. Like, you have rules, regulations, and how to do press conferences, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you don't know why your mentor didn't tell you everything, but you would suspect either he couldn't or or it could have even been shame.
No.
I mean, right now, let's just go and ask him point blank and see where it goes.
Yeah, I was
Sure.
gonna suggest that. Because I'm not you in a way. He's not my mentor. I'm just a person that got experimented on. So, and I feel like if I explain my situation, he'll be more forthcoming about everything.
Sure, I mean, if you want to try that, but you also don't need to make yourself vulnerable for that. It's up to you.
How would I be liable? Is okay. At the end of the day, I'm obviously I had powers before, but I was experimented on. Da, da, da. But I feel like I'm kind of in the middle of this in a way, so I should. If anything happens to me or I go down or whatever, it's like I I get it because it's like you know how like you're in the core of something and the core stops working and everything falls apart. I really don't care. I will sacrifice whatever happens after mass myself. I'll sacrifice myself for getting to the end of this. So you can just simply talk to your mentor and get to the bottom of this. If something happens or ends badly, I could just simply take the fault for it. Because again, I'm not in the spotlight like most of y'all. I kind of joined this with a personal vendetta. James is like a superstar, supernova, advisor. I don't know what you have exactly going on, but it seems like you're working on becoming who you want to be.
Or you can just leave.
And
Like,
what would leaving solve?
nothing, but things don't get worse for you. James can't run away from his grandfather. I cannot run away from Gauntlet. I mean, whatever happens, happens, but you don't need to take a fall for it.
So if
But that's the thing. I don't have anything to lose, so that's why I should take the fall for it. I feel like
no, that man's not great. Just because look, it might be better. It might be the better option. I'm not gonna tell you what to do because that never works out for either of us. If you want to stay, I'm happy, and if you want to go, that's also fine.
I just want to get to the bottom of this. And I think talking to Gauntlet would help this.
Yeah. Listen, he's an asshole. I don't think he's going to throw you under the bus or anything. But yeah.
So off the Gauntlet we go.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Okay.
Would I just try to get a call in, or would I try to get can I get a in
I think
person
you can
meeting
just
over a
drive into
rooftop?
his lair.
Sure. Okay.
I
Which
turned
is
my phone off. just to be safe, I guess. I don't think it does much, but I'm gonna turn my phone off.
I'm sure he has
I've-
other provisions for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this guy has enough precautions that you'll probably be fine. But yeah, you go to a large skyscraper, which is home to Quest Industries. And as you near, it's actually a couple of streets away. You go to a go down towards a underground parking lot for a different building. A different part of the road lowers, allowing the truck you're in, and then follow some tunnels to a lair that is built underneath Quest Industries. And you can imagine the classic Batcave, basically, with large kind of like trophies from previous encounters. And sat in front of a giant supercomputer is Gauntlet with his helmet off. Visor?
Hello. Yeah, things got messed up today. We have some questions.
I see. So, what is it I can help you with?
Uh, we have a couple of names and think you would understand what they mean since you left Endeavor. Soul?
Okay.
Visor, could you roll me the fireside chat roll, please?
So I roll the label they embody. That's
Yes.
superior. No, that's savior.
Yeah. If you'd like to try and explain what you know, Soul, go ahead. But we can just move past that if you'd like.
Yeah. So
I like to think that Soul just gives him.
I think it's a 7.
Cool.
Yeah,
Fascinating. But that does scan with what I found out. Funnily enough, what I know is not related to what happened during the war.
Okay. Tell us.
Where do you think that estate was?
Mountains.
Somewhere in the British Isles.
Scotland. It's a house up in Scotland. I took a trip there once myself. Still there. Bit of a mistake on Endeavour's part. The first recorded incident that Endeavour responded to was a incident at the Great London Exhibition of 1862. A demonic creature appeared at the exhibition and Endeavour appeared to defeat it.
Appeared to?
Well, As in, they appeared for the first time.
Oh,
What the history books don't tell you is who that was.
Who?
not an
Ooh.
aristocrat, I guess.
The demonic entity that attacked the London exhibition was a man named David Holgrove.
Okay.
The son of Philip Malcolm Holgrove, the creator and starter of Endeavour.
Oh,
Wait.
Did he do that to his son, or was that something else?
It seems after Philip's death, due to the opinions of the time, David was ripped of his family legacy. But for some reason, David was objectable to the rest of the Endeavour organization. So the society his dad started was stolen from him.
okay.
And so why did you leave?
Because the way that David gained power was through something known as the VAT.
And that
Endeavour
is?
was an explorer society, and all of the lovely and a reputation of colonialism along with that. While they were exploring South America, they discovered as they described it, vat of a strange substance that, when placed upon a human being, would mutate their cells. Superpowers are a naturally occurring aspect of human evolution, and magic has existed for centuries. But before that point, no one had a way of just becoming powerful. And these British aristocrats discovered this vat and claimed it as their own, wiping out their guides and the nearby population in order to obtain access to it. That same substance still powers Endeavour. It allows them to create superheroes when needed. It allows incredible technological advances. This is why we had flying cars all the way back in the 1980s.
Yeah. Wait, what the fuck?
Do these people know that they've been experimented on to become superheroes?
This is not the way that everyone has gained powers, but there are people who know, there are people who do not know. For example, Triumph, the current Triumph, has no idea this is where the original Triumph comes from.
Can I ask in Gauntlet's head? Is James one of them?
Spicy.
Not only is James someone who has had the VAT treatment, so is Sol.
The fuck?
I thought it was clear that Soul was that, but like, I think James didn't know. And so this
Yeah.
is just me knowing.
This
Right
is
now,
this
or-
is where Aegis. This is where Aegis gets the Aegis has always
No,
been a VAT product.
Has Gauntlet
like
said
the-
this to the group?
He's thinking about it, but he hasn't.
Is there a way to test and see if a person got their powers, any quote unquote, naturally or through the VAT? And does it even matter?
It doesn't particularly matter,
Yeah.
but what matters is that the people who control Endeavour and Aegis can decide who gains power and who doesn't. They decide the way that society functions because of this substance. And it sounds like, from what you said, they were experimenting on it during the war.
So, can the VAT be used to give people specific powers, or does it just vary depending on their genes?
With a lot of time, yes, you can specifically design or like specific sets of powers. That's what happened to James, right? The Aegis. Sorry, yeah, they blurt this out because they were thinking of it in their head. That's what happened to James. James is
Excuse me?
Aegis, right? And Aegis has a specific set of powers that has been designed by
Whoa.
Aegis to create the Aegis.
Well, I knew the part where, like the Aegis had to like have the thing done or whatever it was. But like I've had these for as long as I can remember, and that was before I got adopted. So
Yeah, you sure did.
Right. I'm going to just signal Gauntlet to stop talking.
what do you mean? I sure did. I did. Like
Yeah.
But you said I got the thing. What? What?
They gave it to you as a child and then waited for you to come here to be adopted.
What now? That's fucked up.
It's the same thing that happened to Sol when they were left as an orphan.
Fucked up.
Wait, I thought Soul got their powers
Oh my god.
when the professor experimented on them.
No.
That's why I thought I was a vat. That's why I thought I was a vat person because of the experimental.
Oh.
So I was experimenting
No,
again.
you've been vatted twice.
Yeah.
What?
Literally,
No. Oh god. What the fuck?
Do you know what happened in the mall today?
I'm aware, yeah.
So
I don't want to
somehow
the professor
has access to the vat.
and can aerosolize it.
I don't agree with his methods, but I do agree. I do fuck with what he's trying to do.
Not really.
He's trying to tell the world about the fact that this is how they get powers, right? And he's going about it the completely wrong way. I agree, but what he's doing, I feel like people need to know, right? You can't just hide this shit.
Yeah, but you don't tell them by giving them powers.
Exactly, I agree. I agree that he shouldn't have done that. But fuck me. Okay.
I mean, well, just remember what you're asking for is for this flying city to crash into the ocean.
I mean, not really. It's
Yes, that's what will happen.
Does it matter?
Why do you think that?
Honestly,
Do you want this to stay a secret?
No, but like, see, I'm
But why?
not trying to say this should be a secret, but I'm just saying like, this is what this shit is built on. You want it to fall, everything falls with it. I don't mind. I'm already like, my house was already destroyed before I had to come to this city. I don't mind if this also gets lost to the sea. But James, like, I'm you want this to be out, you will no longer be an heir to a dynasty hero as well.
I don't fucking care. That was never the point of all of this. It's not like I wanted to be ageless. It's not like I chose to be adopted by this goddamn fucking. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just having a hard time.
you didn't choose to be part of one of the most powerful legacies, but you do benefit from it. You can continue to benefit from it if you choose. I don't know. I'm not going to speak for you.
I'm sorry. I
Are you
just found
jealous?
out I was experimented as a child and then handpicked to be this fucking thing. I'm not feeling great. Oh no.
Are you
Oh,
jealous?
Yeah.
am I?
This is why I
Oh,
left.
am I? Just James in the corner holding his head and being like, what the fuck?
so people have to know, right?
Why didn't you answer my question? Are you jealous? Do you feel some
Jealous?
type of
No.
spite?
No, I tried to convince everyone that there was a different way of working, that we should maybe destroy the VAT, make it accessible. There's no in a world where the VAT exists, there is no way that we can just let it be controlled by the elite. And no one wanted to hear what I was saying. Not necessarily out of selfishness, but like out of people couldn't live the shame of it. I can't live with the shame of what that substance is. My family legacy was built on it. All of my equipment here was built on it. And you're right, if it goes public, chaos, anarchy. But we're playing with gods here. Triumph, Aegis, they're invincible superheroes. What am I meant to do against that? My guy has got a slightly nice armor. But they only let me have what I had, right? Like, they decided I had this level of technology. They could have let the gauntlet be more advanced, but they didn't. I only got what I got. So, any resistance I put up is under their control.
So, what do you want us kids to do about it?
I don't know. Isn't that what you kids are good at? Organising, figuring things out, being better than we were.
I mean,
No,
what you didn't do anything different than what they are doing. You
I
didn't make
don't.
a superhero baby, but you picked one right off the street. So, like,
You uncovered more of the truth than I did, which is what I was hoping you'd do. I was trying to train you to understand how to discover this information by yourself, and then you could figure out what to do with it.
What was my information? Because,
Well, yes.
you know, Yeah.
Well, there's things we still don't know.
Okay.
No, I want to know anymore.
See? This is why it was easier to just try and do the little I could.
Such an asshole.
Well, right now, we can all simmer on the fact of if we want to have this truth be out there. We don't have enough for the truth to be out there. But I know the professor is going to do more of the same thing. And right now, I don't want more people to be freaking out because suddenly their arms are on fire. So let's just focus on that while we figure out what more meaning we want to make out of this revelation.
I mean, you could always go and talk to LDR.
Who's that?
LDR,
Who?
the lesbian Death Raiders.
What?
What now?
The Anarchy group.
There's
There's
an
a-
okay.
They're called the Death Raiders?
The lesbian Death Raiders, yeah.
The lesbian death raiders.
Okay, one, that's a really cool fucking name. But also, two,
Fucking cool.
what will they do?
And
They started back
Oh.
in the 80s.
Okay.
Well, 60s, 70s, and 80s. They kind of were various like superhero
I
biker
wanna meet
gangs
them.
who went against what Endeavour was doing, which is why they were erased from history books. They were a big part of the civil rights movements in America, women's liberation. They've been a pain in the arse of Endeavour for centuries, which is why you don't know about them.
You're saying I could have joined a much cooler gang than hang out with a billionaire with no friends?
Oof.
I mean, you could put it like that if you were being really mean about it, yeah.
Okay,
Well, you're
okay,
not
no-
exactly nice.
No, wait. My only concern is if we tell the lesbian Death Raiders about this thing, they are going to want to go public immediately. They are not going to care about tact or charm. That's it. At least my experience with militant. Okay, let me rephrase. With rebel groups, right?
Hey, you just said anarchist and you just assumed militant.
Yeah, my bad. I shouldn't have. That's on me. I apologize.
I mean, they are called the Death Raiders. Let's all level for a second.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I have been watching too many movies. That's on me.
No,
but-
that's fair.
I believe that we should have a plan in place. Maybe we reach out to them and see if they have a way of contacting the professor. Talk to the professor, get him to stand down. In return, we help him reveal the truth in a much better way. I think that should be the plan.
If he'll listen to reason,
Yeah, exactly. So, see, two things, right? One, he has to pay for what he did to Sway, because and the others without permission. Like that has to, like, actions have consequences, right? But secondly,
yeah.
if his goal is to Soul, sorry, not to Sway. Fuck. If his goal is to put the truth out there, there are a lot of different ways to do that, outside of just creating superheroes and causing more chaos.
Maybe there's also like, oh, I want revenge on these people, so I don't give a shit. I'm gonna keep doing that. What if he does that?
See, if we keep worrying about what ifs, then we'll keep talking in circles, and there's going to be no progress that we make.
Fine.
So I guess like we make. I'm not saying we like talking to the professor is what we should do. What I'm saying is we should make a decision and then stick with it, so that we know what we're doing, and then we work towards that goal instead of just thinking about what ifs. At least that's what I've, in my experience, spending too much time thinking about what ifs leads to nothing but the end of a bottle. So, which, by the way, speaking of which, Gauntlet, do you have anything to drink around here?
But you're
Oh,
not
God,
drinking.
yes.
No,
You
no,
can't
no.
have
The last time
robotic
this man
waiter.
drank. No.
A robotic waiter
Last time you drank, you blew a plate.
who's like got a label on them that simply calls them yet to be named. Kind of
my
comes
God.
along with
No, this is so
this
bad.
is it comes along with like a trolley of different alcohols of very fine quality.
No,
Oh yes.
absolutely not. I put myself between Supernova and the damn fucking robot.
Okay, listen.
No.
In my defense,
No,
the last
No.
time, the last time I was drunk.
you blew up a warehouse.
Yeah, but in my defense, I didn't know I was gonna go out fighting at the time when I was getting shit faced. Right now,
We don't. Nobody knows when they're gonna fight. No, you're not drinking.
just one shot.
No.
I have really super fast metabolism. It won't even affect me.
No.
Fine. I'm gonna try to sneak one behind James's back.
Absolutely fucking
You're gonna have
not.
to sneak over to the clearly alcohol area.
No, not right now, but like during conversation, I'm gonna try to sneak one.
Yeah. Cool.
I know this.
Can
know
I
you're
try
gonna
to
do it.
make him choke on it? Like
Uh-huh.
the alcohol, so he can be discouraged from doing that.
Nobody's letting you
Sorry.
drink your own band.
With that, I think with all these revelations and the suggestion you might want to go to LDR, which is the modern name they go by, like an acronym because it's cool and modern.
I don't know. I feel like Lesbian Death Raiders is way cooler than LDR.
True.
I guess we'll have to
But
talk to them about that.
I think they need a little bit of rebranding 20 years later.
Maybe
It turns out when people are like, so what do you do? I'm a lesbian death raider. A lot of people go, what? Where like if you say, oh, I'm a member of the LDR, people are like, oh, what's that then? But yeah, that is us for this session, I think. Which leads us into an interesting place in the finale. And I have been asked by my players to write up a note on all the information they've received, so they'll see how this all makes sense.
Oh.
If you think it's bad, gang, I have this information spread out over 4 documents.
Oh my
Because I wrote this universe a while ago, and then this is like a redo of that universe. So like I've got the original universe document and the new universe document. But yeah. Steve, you said that you wanted to do the outro because you've got things to talk about.
yeah.
So I'll let you lead on that.
Everyone else can do outros, and I'll do it at the end. That works.
Okay. Well, I've been Callum. My pronouns have been they, them, and new. I have been your storyteller. Vish, would you like to say farewell? Oh, if you want to... Sorry, I forgot to do my whole bit. Sorry. Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Hi, I have been Callum. If you want to... Sorry. I have been Callum. Will continue to be Callum. You just won't hear me anymore unless you go to my various social medias at Theatre Callum on the internet if you want more of me. Now you can go, Vish. Sorry, I just forgot to plug myself and to do my catchphrase.
Yeah, how could you?
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Vish. He, they pronouns, and yeah, you can find me on social media at loaded_icosahedron. That's me.
Great. Sway, say farewell.
Hi, I've been Sway playing Soul. Possibly the less first person you ever know. You can catch me on socials at Sway, BABBLES, on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram. What's that one? Reddit, Tumblr. I am there.
Great. Ezzy, say farewell.
Yeah. Hello. My name is Ezekiel. I've been playing James Crusoe. You can find me mostly on Instagram under arslist, ar.son_isc. See you guys on the finale.
Yeah, and we'll hand over to Steve so Steve can go through all the awesome things that are happening around Pantsless tables.
Oh, yeah. Hi, hello. I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. I run Pantsless tables and a bunch of other stuff. Just quick updates on our Masks adventure first. We will be back September 13th for our finale. There's a bit of a longer break than usual because I will be traveling all of next week and I won't be in town. So it is just a little bit of a delay there. But our finale is September 13th, where we will figure out what happens with all of this chaos. And also on the finale, we get to give away two playbooks for Masks, which will be open to all, giveaways for all. So please be sure to spread the word and let people know that is what the vibes are for that. Also, really cool stuff happening. September 27th to 29th, we are hosting a big 48-hour charity stream where we will be fundraising for Mindroot Foundation. They are an India-based charity that works to help people get access to mental health resources and other related things, especially trying to destigmatize the concept of mental health in India. We're going to open up DM applications tonight, and hopefully by the first week of September, well, actually second week now because I am traveling all of first week. By the second week of September, we will have selected all of our DMs, and we will open player applications second week September. Yeah, a little bit behind on schedule this time because of a lot of chaos that happened, but that's basically it. What else? Tomorrow is the finale. Not tomorrow. What is today? This weekend is the finale of our Bludgeon miniseries, which was a really cool event that we did. We also have the premiere of a Candela Obscura game starting next Sunday. This upcoming Sunday, I mean. So that's going to be really exciting. That's basically all of it from my end. Very excited to see all the cool stuff that we get up to in the next few weeks. And thank you to all of our players and our DM Callum. You have been fantastic, and all of the players were great as always. Can't wait for the finale in 2.5 weeks. Yeah.